What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Tuesday, November 29th, and today we're going to be talking about Crypto.com, which is an exchange based in Singapore. Now in this video, we're going to share with you, is this a safe or dangerous exchange to be holding or even managing your funds while trading in these crazy volatile times in this current bear market? Now, everything in this video is just my own opinion and is for entertainment. It's not financial advice, so please plan accordingly. This video is just supposed to be informational and educational for you to make the best investment decision for yourself. So hopefully whatever I share in this video will be helpful and give you a little bit more insight, and we're going to dive deep right into it. So guys, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful to any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys, let's get right into it. Be sure to stick around to the very end of the video because I'm going to share with you my conclusion and my own personal view if this exchange is actually a safe one. So right now we do know Crypto.com is all over the map, and we're going to talk about what that actually means. But the first thing we need to address is this, the CRO token. Now, CRO token, also known as Chronos token, is the token that is for the exchange. Now, as you can see here, it's around 1.6 billion in terms of its market cap. And now if we look at the total volatility within the charts, we can see it had an all-time high of around 60 to 80 cents, and that was in November of 2021. And now we're all the way down to 6 cents per CRO token. You know, we have to compare the exchange to other exchanges around the world because we do know what happened with FTX. Now, we do know that FTX completely has plummeted after the whole fraud scheme that had happened, but we got to see where Crypto.com is. Now, I could choose any other exchange, which I could at this moment, but for some reason, Crypto.com has done a lot more things compared to other exchanges, which I will address. Now, if we scroll down, we're going to look at Crypto.com, which is a little bit further down the bottom in 16th place compared to all the other crypto markets. So when we go there, we're going to look at their reserves. That's really important. So let's look at the reserves that they have. This is called what we call proof of reserves, showing how much money they have in specific assets to know that basically, if we're investors buying on this exchange, that is actually backed by an actual currency or a cryptocurrency or some certain value, so that if we ever want to withdraw our funds, that we can withdraw them without any holds, without any lag, without any problems, any technical difficulty. Right now, they state that they have around 3.5 billion in assets, with a total trading volume just within the past 24 hours around 218 million. Now, there's a lot that we need to address in this video, but to just kind of like bring everything close together so it's not a waste of your time, one thing I want to share with you is their reserves of token allocation. Now, one thing that I'm not happy about is the Shiba Inu coin. We do know that this is a meme coin. What is a meme coin? It's a coin that has no purpose, has no utility. It's just basically a meme. And basically people invest in this because they're speculating that this will make them rich over time or overnight. But this is a crazy thing. I'm going to share with you the tokenomics in a little bit. But right now it's around 13.95% of the total allocation that's within the financial reserves of Crypto.com. That's concerning. Why isn't it Bitcoin or Ethereum, maybe Polkadot, maybe ADA? I'm not saying that right now. Right now, their heavy reserves are in USDC. Now, there's something suspicious about this I want to share with you in a little bit. But before I get there, in their article, this was posted by their company, and this was happening after, well, basically the whole Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX incident, to basically share that they have transparency as their first line of agenda for their customers. Now, they did list a few things, that their portion of their reserves, only a portion, 50,000 Bitcoin, 391,000 of Ethereum, and then there's others, but they don't address in this article Shiba Inu. They just say, and more, right here down on the bottom. Now, I know probably why they didn't post Shiba Inu in here, considering that it's one of its largest reserves, because that is actually a concerning hold. So what did they do with that money? Well, we're going to look at this next one. And now in here, this was really concerning, which was when they posted their reserves initially, 20% of that was in Shiba Inu. We just went to the last slide, right? It was around 13%. So obviously it has decreased since then. So what happened that 20% all the way down to 13%? I mean, that's 7% that was depleted out of Shiba Inu. So if we look at DeFi Llama, which I'm going to fast forward, DeFi Llama is a great way to understand pretty much where token allocation is going. So as you can see here, based on that incident on November 11th and prior, because it was just a few days before that, we can see that USDC, which is their stablecoin, has actually gone up over time up until today, which is actually quite concerning to me because why wasn't it there in the first place? But that could be just because customers are taking their funds from maybe meme coins, maybe they're taking it from other cryptocurrencies and putting it into a stable coin because they're worried that the market's going to go down. But considering that there's around, I say 161 million of USDC at the time of the incident, now all the way up to around 497, I mean, that's massively huge. It can't just be customer funds, right? It has to be something else. But again, that's just speculation on my side. But what's really interesting is that the USD inflows is actually not doing so well. It's actually very low in the millions. It's not in the billions anymore, as you can see in this spike right here. And even reflects in the token inflows. So keep that in mind. There's not really money going in and out of it, especially after that incident, because people don't trust exchanges anymore. Now, just going back to Shiba Inu, right? We went from 20 to 13%. Well, regardless, if you just look at the cryptocurrency and the max supply, this is just way too many tokens. This has 589 trillion tokens. This is just a meme coin in itself, and I have no idea why they continue to hold this in the reserve currency. Now, what I will say is that Shiba Inu was listed on Crypto.com when the first exchanges to actually list this token. So they were actually lucky enough to list the token while we were in the bull market. A lot of other exchanges, most prominently some known ones, weren't listing Shiba Inu. But I want to fast forward because we got to stop talking about Shiba Inu. We need to talk about where are they spending money over the past couple years. You do know that the FTX arena was one of the things that was shut down due to the FTX fraud scandal. Now, something I want to share with the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles is that arena is being paid over time. They just didn't pay the whole sum of money up front. They're paying year by year. And you got to hope that they have enough money to be paying that year by year because, again, they bought the arena when we were in a bull market. So we don't know if they even have enough money to be paying the remaining licensing deal or sports rights to that arena over time, especially for the next few years. So keep that in mind. And on top of that, they also sponsored the season of Formula One in 2022, which just ended, which also cost millions and millions of dollars, maybe even hundreds of millions of dollars. So that's really interesting to kind of share with you guys because I want you to understand how I feel because they're spending money left and right in these major sporting events that is not cheap. Where is the money coming from? And also, not only that, they're also right now are sponsoring the FIFA World Cup. Where is the money coming from? Now, if it's their reserves, is it the money that they made profit from using fees for their customers? Maybe it could be that. Now, they state in this article that everything is business as usual, considering that they've been spending all this money everywhere. Now, it says that the crypto exchange has around 70 million users across the world actively using this, but they also are assuring that they have no affected part in the FTX scandal, that if there was, it was very minimal. And that's what we want to talk about. Now, this is what I want to mention, right? Which is how much do they have exposure to FTX? And that was around $10 million that they claim was connected or had exposure to FTX once it shut down. Now, 10 million in the crypto world may not be a lot, but that's still money nonetheless. Could there have been more? Are they minimizing the amount of risky news or the loss that they actually did lose? We don't actually know. But again, like I said, 70 million users globally. They made around $1 billion in terms of reserves, in terms of their annual profit in both 21 and 2022. So, is $1 billion enough to be sponsoring the FIFA World Cup, Formula One, the Crypto.com arena? I don't actually know if that's even enough. But also, I want to share with you another thing is that this was something that reached the headlines, and this may be old news, but they sent around $400 million US dollars of Ethereum to the wrong address, which was to another exchange. Now, the reason I want to share this with you is because the CEO said that this was just FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. If you don't know this, if you don't use cryptocurrency, when you send cryptocurrency to any wallet, to any exchange, anywhere to anybody else, you need to share a long wallet address. It's a series of numbers and letters. But I will tell you, personally for me, when I send funds to a wallet or to an exchange, I double check and I don't send 400 million in one shot. I sometimes do a little test. I'll send $50 just to make sure that it received it, and then I'll send the remaining amount. The fact that a company such as Crypto.com who's managing your customer funds, is sending 400 million and calling it a mishap. It's not a mishap. I feel like this is something that completely makes me feel not at ease, that I'm on edge about this. That's just something you just can't simply do. And, this really concerns me. You know why? Because also, and I always bring this up, I always care about where the headquarters is. This headquarters is located in Singapore, which means it does not follow the regulations that are expected to happen with exchanges based in the US, such as Coinbase and Kraken, where they are not allowed to do shady things. And if they do, they're most likely going to go to jail. And so when you're based in Singapore, the rules don't really apply to you, even when we do have regulation in the United States. And don't forget, most of the cryptocurrency that's being bought exchanged is all in US dollars. So whatever happens here in the US affects everything else around the world. The fact that Singapore is based in a completely different country just goes to show, I'm not exactly sure if I can trust it or not. And if you don't take my word for it, let's look at the community. I did a little poll. And I just basically asked, do you trust the Singapore-based crypto exchange, Crypto.com, to provide full transparency and safe management of customer funds? And you guys said, at least 59% of you said no, and you were the winning poll. This was out of 37 votes. Now just think about that. If you guys are saying that, and I'm sharing this with you, what should you be doing? Now, this is my conclusion. This is my closing statement. If you have money in Crypto.com on the exchange, what I will tell you is, this is not financial advice. This is personally, that's something I've done, right? What I've done is that I've taken all my funds out of Crypto.com and transferred it into a cold storage wallet, a Ledger Nano S. Specifically, I bought from the Ledger website because I do not trust third-party websites like Amazon or anybody else that sells these, because again, it could be tampered with. Once you connect that ledger to your computer, to your wallet, to your funds, a hacker could steal it. So I buy a Ledger Nano S from the Ledger website. So think about that. So I transfer all these assets out of Crypto.com because personally for me, I've had problems with Crypto.com. I've tried to buy either certain Bitcoin or Ethereums or any other cryptocurrency, and it says that I have to have a certain amount to buy it. If I want to buy a fractional portion of that cryptocurrency, say Bitcoin, it won't allow me. Hopefully that's changed because I haven't used this in a couple months. But I've taken all my funds out because I just don't trust having my funds on an exchange. Just know this. Exchanges are exchanges. They are not banks. They are not insured. They are not covered by anything else other than themselves. So if anything were to happen, anything bad were to happen, your funds could be locked up and you could not basically fight or litigate against it because it's completely in a different country. So really, for me, I want to take control of my own funds. I want to be my own bank. I don't want to be in a position where I depend on an exchange, a place where you just trade cryptocurrency to hold my funds because they aren't a bank. So that's personally what I'm doing. So hopefully this video has been kind of helpful for you to understand kind of the risk of having your funds on this exchange, because that's the whole point of the video. I've shared with you the whole Shiba Inu route, the reserves route, the lack of transparency around what the CEO says and what he's doing and what he's saying. They're two completely different things. And also, not just that, we also have to talk about the sporting events. The millions of dollars that are going to be continuing to flow into those seasons. Will they be continue to spend, to contribute to those right deals, those sporting right deals? I don't really know. And that's why I'd rather take my funds out. So guys, I hope that this video has been helpful. So guys, let me know down in the comments your thoughts, either on Twitter or YouTube. Are you planning to keep your funds on there? Or are you going to transfer them onto cold storage? Are you worried or not worried? And also, do you trust Crypto.com to hold your funds and manage them in the right way? I would love to hear, because again, maybe we'll cover the next video. And who knows, if you want us to interview the CEO, I would love to ask the CEO those questions. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Join our Patreon page for all our private alpha calls, investment strategies, and one-on-one consultations in the link below. Limited spaces are available, so be sure to reserve your spot today. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.